number 1. Participants are welcome to submit multiple entries, provided that each entry has at least one intentional difference, either in recipe or recipe preparation. Rule number 2, all participants are responsible for ensuring the anonymity of each entry. And rule number 3, any store-bought entries will be immediately disqualified. These are the terms and conditions of the 2004 inaugural Esguerra/Garcia family Christmas Eve ensaimada baking competition. The whole thing was my idea, unless everyone hates it, in which I'm prepared to say the whole thing was my cousin Jordana's idea. And I don't remember exactly how, but I know that we made the plan at Thanksgiving. And so if I had to guess, it's because Thanksgiving is a holiday about food, and we're talking about food and how much food we ate and how good the food is. And in my family, anytime the conversation falls on food and how good it is, you better believe that somebody is going to bring up our late Tita Feli's ensaimada recipe. Has anyone here had ensaimada before? Okay, amazing. And did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Was it so good? So ensaimada, for those who have not been lucky enough to try it, if you go to like Asian bakeries, it's usually kind of this little like individual cake, except it's not a cake. It is bread, except for it's sweet. So in that way, it is like cake, but it is not cake. It is bread. Actually, it is ensaimada. And so on Thanksgiving, I propose that for Christmas Eve this year, in addition to doing what we always do, which is cram about 30 people spanning 4 generations into my Tita Mary Lou's living room, we eat a bunch of food, then we do a gift exchange. We do the kind where everyone brings one gift and then you can like steal gifts. So I propose that in addition to that, we also have a baking competition so that we can see who can get the closest to recreating our Tita Feli's ensaimada. Have I made ensaimada before? Absolutely not. But I did teach myself how to knit using YouTube, so the world's my oyster. And besides, it's Thanksgiving, we're gonna do this on Christmas Eve. I have so much time. On December 23rd, I realized I do not have any time. I realized that between all of the like Christmas shopping and Christmas planning and the working overtime so I can afford all of the Christmas shopping, I basically kind of forgot about the ensaimada competition. And I was really hoping that my family had too, except for just as I start doing a Google search for ensaimada recipes, I see that the family email chain is popping off. My dad is talking mad shit about the vegan ensaimada he made. You'll never know the difference. And then my Tita Carmela, she's like taunting us. She's just like sending us photos, no text, just photos of the ensaimadas that she made. My cousin Jordana, who's not even coming this year because she's doing Christmas with her husband's family in Toronto, she chimes in as a concerned non-participant wanting to inquire about the judging process. My Uncle Bob also wants to know, who are the judges going to be, and is it going to be blinded just to avoid any bias? My Tita Terry reminds us that if the goal is to recreate Tita Feli's recipe, well then whoever judges the competition has to have tasted the original. Reply all. Yay! I'm so excited. You guys are so excited. It's gonna be awesome. I hadn't really thought this through about the judging, so if anyone has any ideas, I'm totally open. Oh, okay. Jordana, that was fast, and she has an idea. Okay, great. Okay, everybody, we're just gonna go with whatever Jordana says. We're gonna go with her idea, and then Jordana explains her idea, and it's like really elaborate. And I'm pretty sure that I don't actually understand it. But I'm like super busy right now. I have like 8 different tabs open with different ensaimada recipes. At first, I know I was following the only ensaimada recipe that you'll ever need by someone called Foxy Folksy. But then I think that partway through my preparation, I think I accidentally switched tabs, and then for the last few steps I've been following, this quick and ensaimada recipe tastes exactly like my Lola's. And just when I thought that it couldn't get any worse than mixing up recipes, my stand mixer starts making noises that it is not supposed to make. It's like, you screwed up, with no other choice, I give up on the stand mixer and I start kneading by hand. So I'm kneading this ensaimada bread by hand, and it's only at around like 1 in the morning that I have something resembling the shape that it's supposed to be. In ensaimada, it's like a big thing. It's supposed to be this perfect like coil shape. And so finally I'm able to put something in the oven. I still have a bunch of dough left over, but I tell myself, I'm just gonna wake up super early tomorrow, I'm gonna bake the rest of the dough, and then whichever one is prettier is the one that I'll enter into the competition. And then when I wake up the next day, I am way too exhausted and also a little bit traumatized. So I just bring this one pathetic ensaimada that I have. And when I get to my aunt's house, I see that there are 6 participants in all, but everyone made multiples. And so I set my sad little ensaimada on a table that has 30 other ones. And that's me trying to round down. Everyone is like super excited to get started with the competition, and so I explain how everything's gonna work, and by that I mean I just read Jordana's email. All of the entries will be numbered. Then each judge will rank each entry in 5 categories: presentation, taste, texture, smell, don't know how that's different from taste, and overall Tita-felliness magic. Now we go back and forth for a little bit about what that last one means, and ultimately I don't think we arrive at a consensus. Some people think that that's too subjective, that's not fair, we shouldn't use it. And then other people are totally fine with the Tita-felly category, they just more take issue with the fact that now they have to taste 6 different ensaimadas. But eventually, the room quiets down, except for some meditative chewing, some a little bit of and I'm pretty sure I hear my Tita Mary Lou say, well, that one's definitely undercooked. Then, to avoid any data manipulation, we have to elect 2 non-Filipinos to take all of the judges' cards and then tally up the results. And so when the white boyfriends of the family come back, we are all pretty surprised to hear that overall, across these 6 different ensaimadas, they scored more or less evenly. Some scored really high in taste, but low in texture. Some scored high in texture, but low in smell, except for one ensaimada. In this ensaimada, it scored high in presentation and texture. It scored high in taste and in smell. And finally, it scored higher than any other entry in overall Tita-felliness magic. And so our Tita Carmela is crowned the winner of the 2004 inaugural Esguerra/Garcia Family Christmas Eve Ensaimada Bake Off. And she is given the prize of being the last person to go in the gift exchange, meaning that she pretty much gets first pick of the gift she wants, and she walks away with a set of Pyrex mixing bowls that I had my eye on. After the party's winding down, or cleaning up, or eating all the leftover ensaimada, someone is over at the dinner table just scooping the leftovers into Ziploc bags for everybody to take home. And of course, we get to talking about the competition. We want to compare recipes. We definitely want to know which one the vegan one was. My dad was right. We could not tell the difference. We want to know if anyone used powdered milk or if we all went with regular milk. Did anyone use active dry yeast or the other kind of yeast? And of course, we need to know how our Tita Carmela did it. Did she also use the Foxy Folksy recipe? Or did she go totally old school and use a cookbook? Oh, she says, I had Tita Felly's recipe. So my Tita Carmela is a snake. Nobody trusts her. But I guess if the goal was to recreate the magic of my Tita Feli's Ensaimada, well, she did do exactly that. Thank you.